If I tried to explain half of what goes on in these videos, you'd call me a liar. These are moments you have to see to believe. This moose charged down a grizzly bear that had eaten one of its cubs. This jet-powered flying craft handles like a Star Wars speeder on water. This jet foil uses a little-known physics hack to fly above the water's surface. Blink and you'll miss it. Is this one guy dancing or a dancing couple? This seagull headlock was vicious enough for the victim to give up his hard-earned lunch. You never truly appreciate how fast a fighter jet is until one flies overhead. Tight parking spot? No problem when you can just drift sideways. Mobility scooters are for the disabled, not your fat kids. Bessie was the first cow in her family to learn how to fly. This precision landing is easy if you're eagle-eyed. Something tells me the driver of the red car is having a really bad day. The best part about this party trick is the fact that he acted like nothing happened. When the restaurant is so bad, the raw chicken tries to escape. This kid looked certain to crash out in his homemade wheel, but somehow he came all the way back.
Huh?
This guy has such a steady hand, he paints intricate decals by hand. When it's Friday afternoon and you're almost finished with your shift as a paramedic. It's hard to describe how fast the high-speed trains are, so we'll show you. Some people would call this attractive, others call it scoliosis. The chances of making a full-court basket behind your head are pretty slim. The chances of this happening are almost impossible. Who needs a car wash when you can find this in nature? Introducing the new amphibious floating Jeep. Here's a man with absolutely no regard for the safety of his own fingers. This guy lost his phone in an orangutan enclosure and convinced the giant animal to throw it back. You can't go cruising without your favorite furry friend. If you're scared of heights, I wouldn't recommend opening this hatch. This guy was lucky so many bystanders were around to help him push his car back on the road. Sometimes all that stands between you and the ground is a rope tied to a block of concrete. This lady is a whole crew on her own. She can drive, anchor, and moor her steamboat all without help. Not even the sound of gunfire can wake this sleepy kitty from his afternoon nap. This garbage collector's pinpoint aim makes the dirty work just a little bit easier.
No, this should be an Olympic sport.
You don't get much warning before one of the most dangerous animals in the world swims up on you. With no roads, this is how they transport a cement truck into the mountains. There's extreme sports, and then there's underwater rugby. This guy proved you don't need limbs to be a pro on the skateboard.
Woo! Ah!
You ever wonder how they prune back trees from large transmission power lines? At first glance, it looks like this monkey is sharing, but I'm pretty sure the turtle didn't get a single bite. Life is good for this dude, hanging out with his pet bearded dragon. These new mouse traps really seem to be doing the trick. This guy found a rat chilling on the road, so he decided to adopt it right there on the spot.
Look, he held it. Look, he held it.
When you can't afford a proper water slide, you gotta improvise. I'm just glad he stopped before Pennywise got to him. On a calm, leisurely morning, these kayakers had an unbelievable encounter with a whale. This lady's homemade pigeon shoes really do confuse the local wildlife. When New York flooded, this guy grabbed a hookah and an inflatable bed and made the best of it. This Roomba isn't programmed to deal with stubborn kitties. In Russia, the dogs are so tough, not even grizzly bears faze them. Tired of walking everywhere, this kitty hitched a ride on the worst Uber service ever. This guy's training partner is really only there for emotional support. This hockey training goes from easy to difficult to ridiculous in no time flat.
What are you doing?
See, what did I tell you? You wouldn't believe it if you didn't watch the video. Give us a like, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out.